Happy Tuesday, everyone. I think I would just wait just a minute or two just in case anyone is on and wants to hop on and watch the live. Um, I am doing this live because I want to kind of go over my post yesterday and about time. And the reason why I did that post yesterday, I don't think anyone's on this morning, so I'm just going to get going. The reason why I did that post yesterday was completely on a personal note and a personal level. And I think it's a lot of people struggle with time. Time is one of those things that I think we create this big illusion actually that there isn't enough time and there's not enough time to get things done and there's not enough time to do everything that we want to do. And I always slip into that habit. And it's not necessarily for me about my workout. I always prioritize my workout. That's something that I've got down and I know that I make time for. But, there's other elements of my life, in my business and with my nutrition. And actually just recently, I'm going to get onto that in a minute, with my sleep, I've really kind of not prioritized my time properly. And that is all being busy. And when I say to myself, oh no, I'm too busy, I haven't got time, it always comes down to the fact that I haven't prioritized, I haven't planned, and that I'm actually just busy doing nothing, just kind of faffing and not actually using my time on the things that I want to make a priority. So I really wanted to kind of get real with myself and to really focus on why am I making this excuse of I don't have enough time? And I've heard this before, and that's why I'm kind of bringing it back to me. The things that we don't have time for really aren't a priority. And then when I started to bring it back to, making time to eat, yay, some people are hopping on. Hello, Liz. Making my nutrition a priority, so making meal prep and meal planning a priority. When I say to myself, I haven't got time for that, you kind of can accept that excuse. But when I started to say to myself, I haven't got time to make my health a priority, or creating a nutrition plan and meal prepping isn't a priority to me because my body and my health isn't a priority to me, that's when it started to get kind of real. And actually, with my ulcerative colitis, I want to come off my medication and I want to manage it and heal myself from it with my diet. And when I really put it into context of so I don't have time to prioritize that, it really kind of makes you think, actually, I need to make time for this. This is something that's a priority to me. It's something that's important to me. And why wouldn't I make time for it? So it's not about kind of saying, kind of being this really, really busy person and kind of making time and just using kind of time as an excuse. And you may be getting really defensive, actually, because when people started to say this to me, you get defensive and you actually say to yourself, I actually haven't got time. And I'm not making that's not an excuse. I actually haven't got time. And if you're getting defensive, I really want you to start looking into where you're making those excuses about time, because you need to prioritize. And it's not about being really super busy. And like I said, usually when we say things like I haven't got time or I'm really, really busy, we are actually not prioritizing our time and we're busy doing nothing. And this is a cycle that goes over and over and over. And I get my time sorted and then I go back to my old ways of being busy and not having enough time. And then I really look and said, well, actually, I haven't prioritized anything. I haven't prioritized my time. I haven't prioritized what's important to me and what I want to make time for. So I'm just going to go to something really simple, because this isn't just about fitting in your workout or making anyone feel guilty that they haven't got time to work out. This is about looking at your life and asking yourself what's important. On Sunday, I and some of you may relate to this, where you go to bed and you haven't really switched off. So you've still got the day going on, you've still got some things going through your mind, and then you wake up, you don't feel like you've had a rested sleep, you feel like you've kind of been in and out of a light sleep. That was me on Sunday. So yesterday I did feel really kind of tired, and I felt like I hadn't slept really. And even though I had, it didn't feel like a restful sleep, because every time I woke up, my mind was busy with lots of different thoughts, and lots of thoughts from the previous day and everything that's going on. So last night I made it a priority, and I teach in the evening. So usually I'm quite hyped up in the evening. And again, sometimes it does take time to wind down. So I thought to myself, do you know what? It's a priority for me to have a good night's sleep. Sleep is your time when your body is healing, when your body is resetting and replenishing. So if you think about, I always think about it like this. It's really kind of a silly analogy, but this is the way I think about it. Your cells kind of wake up at night and they do the night shift, and your cells are working to replenish, to fix, to heal your body, to process the food that you've had that day, to process everything and bring your body back to kind of a natural state and a well state. So if you think about, I don't know, night workers at a shop. So, you know, who are those night workers who replenish the set of shelves and make sure everything is full, make sure everything is stocked up. If the people who work the night shift and replenish all the shelves, if they had customers coming in, asking questions and taking things off the shelf, those shelves aren't going to get replenished to fullness, and the night workers aren't going to be able to do their job to their fullest and their best. That's how I think about what I think about cells at night. Those cells are your night workers in the supermarket of your body, and they are replenishing everything. So when you don't have a good night's sleep, then your night workers aren't able to do a good job. So then it's the next night, it's harder for them to then catch up on everything they've got to catch up on. And the next day, you're not feeling like you've been replenished, and you're not feeling like your body's healed and been rested. So if you think about your sleep as that kind of analogy, then you realise how important it is to get a good night's sleep. And I don't know about you, but I really don't function well if I don't have a good night's sleep. So yesterday I came home from classes and I thought, do you know what? I need to make my nighttime routine a priority. So I switch off from the day, I feel rested, and I'm able to go to sleep well and have a good night's sleep. And last night I had the best night's sleep. So I came in from classes, I had a nice bath, and again, it wasn't, a really long drawn out bath. It was just a nice relaxing bath. I didn't look at my phone. I switched my phone off. I then did a meditation. I took my phone off to do the meditation, Deepak and Oprah's free meditation. And if I hadn't got access to the free meditation, I have a folder on YouTube where I have a meditation folder, so I can delve into those. We have so much free access online, and if you just type in meditation on YouTube, that comes up. So I did a 20-minute meditation, and then I went to sleep. And I had the best night's sleep. And there's other ways that you can have a nighttime routine. Sometimes it will be reading. So sometimes I won't have time. I'll just have a quick shower. I'll read maybe like 15 minutes, even just 15 minutes of reading to switch off from something that's not your day, switching off and kind of turning the mind onto something different. Just that can give you a restful night's sleep because your mind is switching off. And if you create this nighttime routine, then your mind switch off and you're ready to kind of set the day to rest, and then you're ready for your body to heal and reset. So that nighttime routine is a priority for me. So when I know that I'm coming home from classes, I'm checking all my messages, my email, my Facebook, my Instagram, my mind's not going to switch off from my business or from my life. So it's now a priority for me to have that, even just half an hour before bed of a nighttime routine so I can switch off. So it's not all about creating or feeling guilty about not having time to work out. It's about prioritizing your time for what's important for you and what you regard as high, of high importance. So for me, it's the priorities that are going to move my business forward. So I always make sure I have time for those key tasks that are going to move my business forward. Whereas in the past, I've spent hours and hours of time on things that just are really kind of fluffy stuff for my business and that aren't going to move it forwards. If you're somebody who's struggling to find time to work out, you need to really start to think of yourself, well, is it a priority? If it's a priority, then not finding time for it is not going to be, you're not going to worry about not finding time for it. And you're not going to feel guilty about not finding time for it. But if working out, you want that to be a priority because you want your body to be in the best shape and you have like weight loss goals or fitness goals, then you're going to make that a priority. So I want you to really kind of write a list of everything that, maybe everything you want to go for or you want to have in your life, and really write down about, are you making those times? And it doesn't have to be hours a day. Just a 20-minute workout or even just a 10-minute walk, fitting that in is going to make you feel better. And when you start to feel better, you think, actually, yeah, that is a priority to me. My 10-minute walk every morning or every evening is a priority for me, and I'm going to make that my priority. So the time excuse isn't to make anyone feel guilty or make anyone feel like they're failing. It's about empowering you to look at what you're setting as a priority. And when you're saying things like, I don't have time, I want you to really look at, well, where is your time going? Like say for me, sometimes I really look at, I think to myself, oh, I haven't had time to do this today, I haven't had time to do that today. But when I really look back at my day, I haven't done anything productive or anything of priority. I've just been busy doing nothing. So it's really important to take a look at, how your life is at the moment and where you can make time for the things that you want to be a priority. So I just wanted to hop on and do a live and just talk about that because, it's not to make anyone feel guilty and it's not to make anyone feel bad, but it is really kind of almost like a tough love exercise to help you realize that you deserve to put the things that are important to you first, and you deserve to make time for that throughout your day. So it's not about feeling guilty, it's about getting you to realize that you deserve that. You deserve to have this life where you're building something that's going to benefit you and something that you believe in and something that is a priority to you, and not feeling guilty about making the time for those priorities, not feeling guilty about taking 20 minutes away from the children to do a workout for you, because that is going to benefit then your time with the children, your energy with the children. So it's about, looking at your time, prioritizing what's important to you and realizing that you deserve to make that a priority. And if ever you feel guilty about making your workout or anything that's a priority to you, if you feel guilty about making time for that because it takes you away from something else, I want you to write down the benefits of, I'm working out and I'm making time to work out. It takes me away from my children or my business for 20 minutes or half an hour, but actually that's going to give me the energy to put more focus into my business or into my hobbies, or spending more time with my children, or being able to have the energy to run around with my children. So you really want to look at your priorities, find and make time for them, and don't feel guilty about making time for them, and write down the benefits of why it's important for you to make time for those activities that are going to enhance your life and enhance you and help you to become the best version of yourself. So I hope that's helped. I hope that's been enjoyable to listen to, and I hope that's given you a few ideas on how you can kind of, really look at your time and where you're spending it and where you prioritize it. So have a great Tuesday, and let's fit in some of those things and make them a priority. Have a great day.